Hello, I will be showing you Quizlet, a free online study tool that works mainly on a flashcard system. I like this program because it's easy to use, allows you to organize your work, and even has a free mobile app so you can study anytime you want. Now, you have two options. You can search for someone else's Quizlet that they have already made, or create your own set by clicking up here. Now, when you create your set, you put in a title up here and you can set who can view it. So you can either share it with everyone, certain people, or just keep it to yourself. You can also change the settings on who can edit it as well. So it can just be you, or you can let other people in your class edit it to add terms or remove terms and make corrections as needed. Now it's very simple. It has two sides. You have terms and definitions. You just type in what you want in the terms and what you want in definitions, and that is basically it. Now, there are some extra features that may not be so obvious that are available. One of the options you have is the ability to bold terms and definitions. To bold terms and definitions, what you have to do is add these asterisks, which is the number 8. If you hold the shift, it'll add the star. Now, anything between these stars will be in bold, such as right here, the word term is in bold. I like to use this because a lot of times when I'm studying, I have a lot of information on my cards. So being able to highlight some words makes it easier to differentiate the information and easier to break stuff down as well. Another thing you can do that is not obviously available is add bullets. Now, Quizlet doesn't actually have an option to put bullets in, but you can copy paste them from the internet or from other documents such as Microsoft Word, and they should copy over fine. And those are very nice for separating information, especially a list such as this. It makes it much more pleasant on the eye. Now, over here are two options. These are for paid versions. One is to add an image. There are two types of images you can add. You can use something from the Quizlet database by doing a search. So let me type in organism. Alright, and it brings up stuff related to the word you typed. So I'll click the puppies because they're cute. Alright, now we have puppies on this flashcard. Another option is you just upload your own image. So if you have a slideshow, a PowerPoint, or maybe something from a book, you can just take that image and upload it directly. So you get exactly what you need. Now, right here is the audio. It allows you to record your audio voice through the microphone. This is a feature that would be useful for something like a foreign language, where you need to study pronunciation and stuff like that. Now, see down here. Now, one of the nice things about Quizlets is that it allows you to add a lot of terms. So you can go past 100 if you need to, or even more than that. To add stuff, just click the plus down here. So now you add more terms. And to remove ones, just click the X. If you need to reorganize, just click the term and just drag it where you want to. Now, once you're done, just click Done. Okay. And you have options if you want to. One is to share. With sharing, you can copy this link and give it to other people, and I'll give them a link directly to this set so they can view it for themselves. Another option is to add to a folder. Folders let you organize your sets into different categories, so it's easier to go through them. Like for me, I have probably about 30 to 40 sets on my own. So it's kind of nice to add these little folders to just separate them. Like here you can see I have Bioexam 3 and Biology Final Exam based on what I'm actually doing. A third one is a class. A class is kind of like a private group. You can invite people to your class to view the sets, but other people can't view it. Like it's not a public thing. So this is nice if you're just sharing with a group of friends and you're in the same class and you're all just kind of adding to the set or removing stuff, and you don't have to worry about random strangers changing things. Now, as I said before, Quizlet is flashcard system, but it does have other options for studying. Now let me show you the folders right here. Your folders on the side. And these are the folders I have created. So let me look at Biology Exam 5. And for this exam, I put in all the sets related to the final exam, so I didn't have to browse through the other ones that I created. So let me click 19. Okay, up here are 6 different options for studying. The first one is flashcards. Flashcards are simple. You just have a term, flip it, then you have the definition. And you just go through them as quickly as you want or as slow as well. It has advanced options over here for audio if you want to hear a voice speaking to you with this stuff. Like on slow, on, definition, slow, on, off. You can shuffle the cards to make them random. And this option lets you just play it. It'll just go through the cards periodically, just flipping them over and changing them, as you see. Now, one feature which is nice is this right here, this star. It lets you mark cards to study for later. Such as, I'm going through these 83 cards right here, and I may have trouble with a few of them, but not all of them. So rather than focusing on studying all 83 cards, I can just mark the ones that are giving me trouble. So let's say these next 5 are giving me trouble. So to study just the ones you marked, just click the terms up here, which is 5-star terms. Now it just has the cards that I marked, so I can just study these instead. This is nice because it lets you study stuff that you're having trouble with. And as you start to get comfortable, such as say this card right here, say I know this card enough, I don't need to study anymore, I can just unclick it and click shuffle, and I'll just reshuffle the cards that are left, which I only have 4 cards now. This lets you systematically go through and study your cards so you can just kind of narrow down on the stuff that is giving you trouble rather than waste your time on the stuff you already know. Now, if you see something wrong with your card, you can actually edit it on the spot by clicking this. So you can change the definition, or say you misspelled something down here, you can just fix it on the go. Now, this is just flashcards. Another option up here is Learn. Okay, with Learn, basically what it does is it plays an audio and you just need to type in the answer. I do not remember the answer because this was a long time ago, so I'm just going to click Answer. Okay, and this was the answer right here. Here's the question. And if you don't know the answer, you type in the wrong one, it'll actually just give it to you down here. Now, would be nice for someone that likes to type stuff out or hear stuff and it works better for them. Let's see. And another feature is Speller. Okay. With Speller, you can't hear right now, but it is actually giving me the answer to what I have for amphibians. And what spelling is, it just makes you type out the definition or answer multiple times, which is nice for people that like to just write stuff down because it helps them remember. This be a perfect way for them to learn and study. Now, this over here, test, this creates a randomized test that combines written, matching, multiple choice, and true and false. You can change the options to start with the term, definition, or mix and match both of them. Down here is how many questions you want. I have 83 cards available, but I can set it to only do 20 because doing 83 might be a little bit overwhelming, so a lot of times I like to break it down to smaller chunks. To generate something, just mark the ones type of questions you like, then click Create Test. Now, as you see over here, this is written. It will have, right now I have it set to both, so it's either definition or the term. And all you gotta do is write the answer in the box. Okay, over here is matching. What it does is it'll have one thing on one side and the answer on the other side. So, like, say for this term, storage protein of the egg, I think that is albumin, so I'll type C. Okay, for like number 5 is the shell, which is a poor CaO3 matrix. So this one is D. And as you type them, it will actually deselect them on this other side, so you don't use the same answer twice, which is a very nice thing that they put into there. This is multiple choice. It'll just give you a question and 4 possible answers. All you gotta do is click the one you think is correct. I'm just gonna click a couple. I'm not gonna do all of them for this. And up here is true or false, which is basically just true or false. First thing I'll have is the question will be on one side of this arrow right here. This arrow indicates the separation between term and definition. Such as here, this is the term, this is definition. For this one, this is the term, this is the definition. And just mark whether it's true or false. And when you're finished, just click check answers. And it will actually give you a grade over here of how many you got correct. For me, I didn't answer very many questions, so this is why I got such a low number. It will tell you what your answer was if it was incorrect and what the correct answer should have been. Such as this one, I got this correct. This one's incorrect, so it gives me what the correct answer was. And as you see, this is also correct as well. Now, once you're finished, you can actually just generate a new test. And it'll just create a random test of 20 questions because that's what I marked down here. And you can change this anytime you want. Say I want to do 50 questions instead. Then just click create test and it'll create a new test with 50 questions. Now, 2 other options they have are games up here. One is scatter and one is gravity. Let's see, start game. And what it's going to do is just going to create a game of random terms and definitions. And for scatter, it's just a matching game. You just click and drag which one you think matches. And I have no idea because I have not taken this class in a long time. Try this one. Alright, and as you match them, they disappear. So, and that is that. Once you match all the cards, it actually keeps track of the time. If I guess a little excited about playing the game. Once you match it, it'll just start a new game with different terms, and you just start over again. Now, Gravity is a little bit different. It is kind of like an asteroid game, like the ones you used to do at school if you had the typing class. This lets you select the difficulty, term, definition, or random. Let's go with this one. And for this, all you gotta do is type in the answer that pops down before it reaches the bottom. I think it's called lob finned. That was wrong. And if it's wrong, just keep typing the answer here. You think you get it right. Once it hits the bottom, the game will stop and it'll tell you what the right answer was. So it was lob finned fishes, not lob fin. So let me type this: lobe finned fishes. Oh, gotta get the spelling right. So I'm just gonna copy paste this. Okay, and once you get the answer right and type it out, it'll start the game over again. And these are the games that they have. As I said before, they do have a mobile app, so this stuff like the scatter games available, the test is available, spelling, learning, and the cards as well, which is really convenient because you can just do this in between classes and study for like 5-10 minutes, like when you have time. The only downside to the mobile app is the fact that if you try to edit stuff, it may be hard to do since you're on a phone. If you're on a tablet, it might be okay though. But this is Quizlet, and it's what I use over several of my classes, and I find it a very useful tool. So I hope you found this tutorial useful, and hopefully you plan to use this as well for your classes. Thank you for your time.